And good morning. Welcome to Hot Seat Live. We're in with the Superintendent of Public Instruction, Ryan Walters. Good to see you.
Thanks for having me.
Can we talk metrics as opposed to kind of the media narratives we've been talking about since you became superintendent and back to the campaign? These NAEP scores, which are the nation's report cards, have been low. All right, and people were not talking a lot during the campaign about that, but test scores are something on everybody's mind. NAEP scores were down for Oklahoma, but somewhat more than other states. Tell us where you're at on assessment and what you want to do about test scores in our state.
You know, we had the biggest drop in reading proficiency in the country, Scott. And you know, you hear this from parents all over the state, concerned about how their kids are doing in school. And so one of the things that we have to address, as parents have been very loud and very clear on this, they want a better education system. We're 49th. We had the biggest drop in reading in the country during COVID. We have to get our students on track. Reading is incredibly important. I'm going to be rolling out the most aggressive reading plan in the country over the next upcoming weeks, because if a student can't read, if a student can't read on grade level, their ability to graduate, their ability to get into the workforce and get a job is tremendously lessened. And we have to get this right. Parents are demanding a better education system, and parents are demanding more empowerment in the education system. This is why school choice is going to be so central to what we're doing. Every parent should be empowered to make those decisions for their kids, and we absolutely have to get this done for Oklahoma parents.
All right, I want to get to that school choice issue in just a moment, but Oklahoma has this A through F system, and both parties, people from both parties, have criticized this over the years. How does A through F system fit into these NAEP scores?
Right, so NAEP is the nation's report card. So NAEP, what that does is that gives us a great comparison to how other states are performing, and how we're comparatively performing. And the reality is Oklahoma has fallen well behind our peers. And the reality is it's not our kids aren't as smart as kids from other states. It is that our education system has not been aligned to the needs of every learner. We have a system in place that is not efficient and as effective as it should be. That's why you're going to hear me say we need big, bold changes in our education system. Parents, folks around the state are tired of us being last in education. We should absolutely be top 10. The governor has given us that vision moving forward. As a state, we should be top 10 in everything. Education, our kids deserve it. We have to have a real sense of urgency here, Scott. If we continue doing things the way we have been, and we just throw more money at a system that isn't working, we will not get the outcomes we need and our kids deserve. We have to make drastic changes to the education system.
All right, let's talk about assessments. All right, parents, students take these tests. Parents are able to look and see where their kid's at. How are we in terms of doing assessments that are helpful to parents?
Yeah, we have not done a good job on being transparent with parents on how our schools are doing, how their kids are doing, and what we're doing in our schools. That's curriculum, that's funding. I hear this from parents all the time. I want to know what my child is learning in school. I want to see how my schools are spending their money. We have to have more transparency in the system. We have allowed a bureaucracy to control our schools. We have allowed a left-wing teachers union to control our schools rather than empowering parents. And you do that through transparency so that they can see all of these things. You do it through accountability. When state laws are broken, those folks who break them are held accountable, and you do it through choice. You do it through saying, Mom and Dad, nobody from the government knows better for you than you do. You need to make the decisions for your child. We have got to do more to provide that educational freedom. And those are the ways that you get parents more involved. Those are the ways that you find the things in the system to change. And those are the ways that we lead for our kids.
All right, got about 30 seconds. Got to get this real quick. When we hear choice, we think vouchers, but there are other aspects of school choice than vouchers.
Sure, we need a full comprehensive approach. I'm calling for the most expansive school choice in the country. That means that every parent gets access to every education dollar, every dollar, and they get to decide the school of their choice. That means private school, that means homeschool, that means charter school, that means different public schools. But if we don't get this right, we will not be able to move forward as a state on education. We have to expand education freedom in the state of Oklahoma. We will have the most expansive plan here. I will continue to fight for every parent in the state to have that freedom for their kids. It's what the country is built on. It's what parents have demanded. Freedom to choose. We've got to get that here in the state of Oklahoma.
Superintendent Walters, thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks for watching Hot Seat. See this again at news9.com/YourVoteCounts and follow me on Twitter @MitchellTalks.